our user acquisition rate has officially tripled. So that's really great news. Last video, which was about a month into the process, now we're about 2 months into being live. I said that we were having 300 users a month. I was estimating something in that range. Now we're actually seeing a rate of user acquisition of about 1,000 users a month. And the cost per acquisition is now around $2 to $4 depending. And it used to be $10. So this is great news. We're seeing some real swift, significant progress in reducing cost to get users on the site. I think we're going to be really high utility for users once we have about 20,000 users on the site. Of everyone who creates an account, we see, I would say, about maybe a third of them creating like their full profile, including not just filling out their profile, but actually taking the skills tests. So what I mean by a full profile is they actually take the skills tests so that they can be on our grid. So if we get 10,000 users on the site, which doesn't seem to be too far off into the future, we're going to have a lot of really qualified international candidates ready to be hired on the site. And another thing that I'm really excited about is that we have our blog finally, and a lot of content can be put into that blog. And our users, as we get users, they're going to be subscribed to that blog. Of course, easily they can opt out. And so imagine thousands and thousands of people having our blog, and we're driving them to our YouTube channel. So there's outgoing traffic there, which can lead to that channel's growth. And then yet, when that channel grows, it'll also lead to traffic coming to the site. So that's a good feedback loop that we're just getting warmed up. We're just getting started. We only posted our first blog post so far. And I also recently hired an SEO expert team that is going to really hopefully blow up this site in terms of traffic. And so that's very encouraging. They seem to be really good at what they're doing. They have a very good online rating in terms of their quality of work. So I really believe that, again, the site sells itself. I went to a recent holiday party one of my clients invited me to, and there were a lot of people from Cisco at that event, and they were really giving me good feedback. I didn't have any negative feedback. I had questions, and every time I explained how it worked, people thought, you're really helping meet a need that is out there, making it so more facilitating this process of filtering out workers, especially at more of the early career, mid-level, early and entry-level workers, because you need to really filter people based on some of these basic fundamental skills, critical reasoning, language, as well as even typing speed. These are things that really help you sift out people at the earlier stages in career. Also, it can even be useful at some higher level jobs, but obviously, for example, if someone's looking for a lawyer, you're not going to really, if they pass the bar exam, you know that it's kind of redundant to have these certain tests being done. But for many, many different occupations, it just covers a very wide range, and there's huge value there. So anytime I explain this to any of those people at that event, we're talking about senior level, even some retired people who were with Cisco, they were giving me really good feedback. Really, I just need to have some major companies start to use the site. We did get a somewhat major public company suddenly get very friendly with the site and posting many, many jobs, which shall remain nameless, but you can go on the site and you can see what I mean. So we're starting to get some organic growth that way, which is really encouraging. And what I want to say about this process that's really exciting about all of this is that when I look at where we were 1 month ago to this month by month, as things go, the picture becomes so much more sophisticated, so much more complicated in ways that I didn't really realize. And, so many different multi-level things that are just going on at the same time. I have also recently hired a content creator slash job curator. So we're getting 200 jobs on the site a week. I did say that in the last video. We'd be pretty much getting a couple hundred jobs per week and applying to those jobs. So it's proving to have some traction as well. We're just getting started with SEO. So I'm very encouraged by this fact that we're just getting started on this. The site is now full-fledged. I am also going to do press releases, and I'm really encouraged by what that is going to potentially bring. I have a source who, you pay him a little bit to get the press release in front of many in the recruiting sphere, so I'm looking forward to doing that. And eventually, we're going to create chatter about this in various different media outlets as well. So hopefully this is just going to continue. The growth from this month and last month has been significant in terms of the number of user acquisitions from the employee side. Again, struggling a bit with employer side, but I'm not expecting anything overnight. That is going to take time. But what I also see is this, is like I said before in another video, it's going to be like the hockey stick growth, where it's going to be like this, but at some point there's an inflection point when people start to just use this and it goes viral amongst the business users. Because once one major company, public company, Fortune 500 company starts to use this site, it's going to go in, what's the saying? It's going to go in the rounds or whatever, and dialogue will start to happen all over the place where major companies are going to see the value of this and use this for acquiring job candidates, particularly at the early career level, entry level, even mid-level. And that's where we're going to see some fireworks. I don't know when that's going to happen, but we're going to keep pushing, and that's what's exciting about all this. Again, it's just, compared to last month, what I see and know now is far greater than where I was at a month ago in terms of vision and understanding what are the things that need to be done to promote this site. So yeah, I'm kind of just going in circles at this point in this update, but yeah, I look forward to seeing what next month will show. I'm going to be going for some events, and with those events, that also gives more credibility if we're at conferences, conventions, collaborations, where there's live events with potential users. We can use that to create more material that we can put in various other platforms, Instagram, and advertising, you name it. We'll be promoting this as hard as we can. And yeah, I think, like I say, it sells itself. Once you actually get to use it, I'm the first user of this site, you could say, because I hired through this site. So I know it works. It's just a matter of time before this, before the world realizes how effective this is. So that's all for now. We'll see you in the next video.